Guys, we'll take any questions on FA Cup right at the end, in an embargo 10:30 for Friday evening. I see a show of hands for... No, it's 10:30 Friday embargo for FA Cup questions. Oh no, it's Sunday game, sorry, excuse me. 10:30 Saturday embargo for these FA Cup questions, thank you. James.
Hi Pep. You said yesterday, what about if you win? You've won, so what about it? Where does this leave City's title challenge now?
Well, good evening. We are, of course, reduced the gap. Still, they are on top in the table. Still, with 4 points is enough points to be calm. But at the same time, it's a good moment to congratulate, to say thank you to these incredible players, what they have done in 60 months. And today they show a rest, for everybody, how good they are, which heart they play against an incredible team. So I think it was a good spectacle, and both teams played to win, and nothing. So it's not a final. It was a final for us because losing today it was almost over, and winning today we are already there. So now the Premier League is everybody tie again. So we'll see what happens in the future. Relax, rest. Because in 3 days we have another big test in the FA Cup.
Pep, you said when you lost at Leicester that you would have doubts going forward. Are those doubts now gone after beating Liverpool?
English.
No, I'm not going to judge what your opinion about those two defeats. So I have an opinion. So what happened last season, when we were done last season, in this season, we are going to cancel for 22 December or 26 December, when we lost 2 games, we're going to cancel what we have done in 60 months. So I understand all of you, because you judge that and you can start to think that is not the same. But I see them every day, and I'm sorry, when the bad moments, when closer we have to be to them, because they tried. So the effort today, Sergio Ran and Bernardo, I don't know what this guy has done today, and Leroy and everybody, Fernandinho. So everybody was an incredible. Laporte playing a position like I didn't put a lot of pressure for Alex Zinchenko, the only left back we have, because in 2 seasons our left back is injured, and against Salah or Mane in that positions, and Laporte make an incredible effort to play in a position that is not used to him, is not easy to him. So everybody give everything. And we knew that if you want to win these kind of games, or you play in that way, it's not possible, because the opponent is incredible good. So that's why it's nice. It's nice to our victory.
Pep, bona nit. Felicitats. Miquel Agut de RAC1. I would like to ask you about Bernardo Silva. I don't know if you agree with me, but he was outstanding tonight. Maybe the MVP player, not only the build-up, but also working to get the ball back.
He did everything. We had a problem to build up. He came to help us. He win all the duels. He's the smallest one. He showed us again that to play football, you don't need to be. You have to be good. You don't have to be. Of course, I would like to prefer to have a taller team, or more physicality team that we have, but. Our way is think about, and Bernardo is incredible. Today was long time ago. I didn't see him in a performance like he did in all terms, not just with the ball, because he's precise, he's clean, he's clever. He fought with Van Dijk and making him comfortable his duel. So big compliment. Bernardo was incredible today.
Pep, in both these games against Liverpool, you've changed the way you play slightly. Does that mean that Liverpool have forced you to change a bit? And does it show that City have more than one way of winning?
What did I change today? In the way I normally play. In Anfield, I agree with you. Here, no way.
No, the first half maybe more direct.
More direct. Yeah, they stay high. We spoke with Sterling and Leroy to make a movement runs in behind, because they are on quality. We don't need that. Of course, for example, Riyad is better player for this kind of situations, but I don't know how many times we create the posse to Eddie to central defenders to create the space to the other one. I don't have the feeling we didn't make high pressing and all the time for the first minutes, 4 against 4 up. Even when we play with Henderson, our holding midfielder Bernardo Dino jam in that position. We know that and we lose the ball and we don't win that duel, and they win that duel always a counter-attack and action for these incredible players, the players that move in behind. Today I had the feeling really we tried to do what we have done in 60 months. That is my feeling, but maybe I'm wrong.
Pep, you mentioned Laporte before. When you played Liverpool at Anfield, obviously you had Walker and Mendy, who you were your first choice sort of fullbacks. Today, obviously you didn't. You've had to improvise a bit of fullbacks. How pleased were you with the two fullbacks and what they did and limited that space for Mane and Firmino? And can I also just ask, do you think Vincent Kompany was maybe fortunate to stay on and only get a yellow card for the challenge on Salah in the first half?
So the decisions the referee have to ask to the referee, because one day in my life I speak quite well about the referees, and I understood here you can be banned even if you speak well to the referees. So that's why it's better don't speak. It's a decision for the referee. But the first question about, I admire the people who do everything for the team, even playing the position they are not comfortable. We cannot forget in 2 seasons we play without typical left back. So Fabian Delvis, midfield player, Alex Zinchenko's number 10, and Laporte today playing that position. So that's why when I'm talking many things, how pleased I am of that guy is for these kind of things. So he made the best performance, no. He making incredible with the pass when he's so safe, no. But you understand, playing the position with Salah in that position, with Mane in the second half is not easy for anyone players in the world. So these guys destroy all the opponents. So Mane, Salah, Firmino destroy everybody. And they control quite well. So Vinny and John, they were quite solid, and Danilo as well. So I'm very pleased. Of course, the first goal, we can defend it a little bit well, and we cannot expect, guys, we play in Liverpool, playing so high like we play, we are not going to concede chances. Of course, you have, the first action, we were lucky, I know that, but with 1-2, we had many chances to kill the game.
Hi, Pep. A couple of times in the second half, you seem to have your head in your hands with some actions from Leroy, maybe a slack pass just before the goal, but then he ultimately scores the winner. Is that the joy of a player like him, that even sometimes making mistakes, he's still there and can be the match winner? No,
mistakes is part of the game. So always I am working with Leroy. We are working with Leroy a lot every single day to encourage him, to try to help him, because he's having a special quality to do something unique in around the world. His speed, his aggressivity. But after in the simple things, he loses the ball. And in this kind of teams, when you lose the simple balls, always they kill you. And in that same situation. But again, I spent many times about him, about Raheem. So they are so young. It's 21, 22 years old they have. So they are so young. It's a good experience for them to play this kind of game. In the future, it's going to help them. But mistakes is part of the game. I never complain about that, because once in my life I was out there and I know how difficult it is. And just support them. And they did it.
Okay, guys, call an embargo, please, for